G'day guys, and thank you for watching our Year 9 10 Commerce Subject Selection Talk. At any stage, if you want to come and see someone from social science, or your parents want to give us a call in social science, that'd be wonderful, and feel free to do so. Now, what's commerce about? You're all been involved in commerce at some stage in your life, whether you know it or not, and you guys haven't done commerce up till now. If you've purchased something from a shop, paid money for something, a good or a service, then that's what commerce is about. It's about buying and selling things. And I am super biased, as lots of teachers are, but it's essential that you understand about buying and selling and making sure that you make smart decisions as a consumer. Because if you don't, that's where you get scammed and ripped off. And we call commerce essentially financial literacy. If all kids were made to do commerce, I think you'll find that Australians will be much wealthier, happier, and better off. Okay, so let's get into it. What are some of the topics we look at in commerce? I guess before I go further with that too, what I love about commerce is it's the right balance, the right mix between a theory subject and a practical subject. You're only going into Year 9 and 10. We don't want you guys to be swamped with thousands and thousands of hours of just straight out theory. You wouldn't learn all that much and it'd be dull. So it is a subject where there is lots of theory, but it's certainly backed up by plenty of practical activities that are fun and enjoyable to reinforce the topic and to make it more, appropriate, more easy for students to understand. So there are 4 core topics that you do, compulsory ones, and you do 2 of those in Year 9 and 2 of those in Year 10. There are 5 elective topics, and you do 3 of them in Year 9 and 2 of them in Year 10. And you can see there on the screen, guys, some of those are compulsory ones: consumer and financial decisions, employment and work futures, the 2 compulsory ones for Year 10, law, society and political involvement, and the economic and business environment. And investing, travel, etc., the ones down here, these are the electives that we do in 3 of them in Year 9, 2 of them in Year 10. Okay, so the first topic, consumer and financial decisions. Now, what's this about? Well, I mentioned before, consumers are anybody who purchases a good or a service. And financial decisions are just smart decisions you can make with your money, with your finances. So we learn about these particular things. And as I said, there's always the practical part of it. Makes things interesting. It reinforces what we've learned. So this is why commerce is such a good subject for the very top kids in E&L classes, and the ones that are in the mainstream classes better up the top. But it's also good for kids that struggle a little bit because they can get a concrete understanding of commerce with the practical aspects. So you get to set up with your mate an actual contract where you enter into one. You design all the different stages that would go through it. Kids tend to like that. Now, another topic we look at, as we mentioned before, employment and work futures. So this is done in Year 9. So most of you, if not all of you, would not be working at the moment, but soon you will be. And there'll be some stage where your boss says, listen, you need to go and do that. You need to know your rights. You need to know what you can be asked to do, what you legally can't be asked to do. If you work on Sunday, do you get penalty rates? What are penalty rates? So we teach you these particular things, yeah? And I mentioned again, the practical aspect. There's anything called an award. This sets out your boss's rights, but your rights too. And you'll design your own award for an industry you're thinking of working in. So if you want to be a doctor, you look at the medical award and design one. Thinking of being a lawyer, same deal, you think about the legal field and design an award around that. We'll show you how to do that. Now you take a look at law, society and political involvement, and this is one of my favourite topics. You're taking a look at how laws are made, and one of the fun activities we do is to set up a mock trial, an actual trial with the prosecution and the defence, with representing the defendant. And if you're a little bit shy, it's okay, because we've got juries that you can be part of as well. And we go through and take a look at a sort of a mock court case. We also look at a thing called the economic and business environment. Now, the economy is basically all the money that flows through the country, all the income people have, all the jobs people have, and so on. And so we take a look at what happens if you lower interest rates. How does that affect the economy and people? What happens if GDP, which is how much our country makes, what if that falls? How does that affect everybody? And one of the activities we do here is to set up our own society and economy. And we come up with how you're going to distribute resources. Should a few people have lots of the resources or not many, spread it out fair and equal? And there's the problems about making everything fully equal too. So we look at those sort of aspects. This is a good topic, running a business. So you may have seen in the past in the quad, during recess and lunch, the Year 9 commerce kids go head to head with each other, the classes, and they sell their own food that they've made and things like that and they've designed. And we see which class makes more profit at the end of the recess or lunch, and the money that we make gets donated to charity, and the winning class gets a free pizza lunch. But again, the purpose of that is to learn how to run a business, and the extra profit we get, we give to charity. Promoting and selling. Part of that running a business, another topic, is to promote and sell, basically advertising and marketing. And you learn the skills to be able to sell your products effectively. So there are 4 P's: product, place, price, and promotion. And how we teach this particular topic, to make it a bit different and interesting, we get students to create their own websites, but we get them to embed different things into the website, different YouTubes, different videos they've made, Poster Maker or Glogster, the whole range of different alternative apps we embed within this particular website you make. Now, most students want to travel around the world, maybe not at the moment, but at some stage, international travel will be up and running again. So we give kids fake $10,000 each, and you need to be able to plan your overseas trip, what planes you're going on, are you going on first class or economy or business, what hotels you'll stay at, and we set up a thing called an itinerary, which is basically a plan of where you're going, what you're spending your money on. But we show you how to do that. If you want to retire by the time you're 40, the best way to do that is investing. So we teach you what the ASX is. We give you fake $50,000, and we play a thing called the ASX share market game. So we show you how to invest in different companies, to own, Telstra, BHP, Optus, and so on, and you buy and sell shares, parts of that company, and you compete against all other commerce kids in the country. The kids from County Vale have done quite well in the past. Now, another topic we'll look at is towards independence. You guys are, adolescents at the moment, but you're going to soon become adults. So we take a look at adult things, stuff like how to get insurance, how to buy your first house, how to rent, how to buy your first car and not get ripped off, what things to look for. So all of those things you do as you get older, we take a look at. And we give kids, again, fake $3,000, and they get to purchase a second-hand car to look at what Revs is about and all the bits and pieces you need. Now, as you can see on this particular slide, you've got all the other different activities that we do in commerce. Some of them I've mentioned, but other ones I haven't, like in terms of the law topic, there's lots of debate and discussion, and we take a look at different legal issues, such as capital punishment, should people be executed for their crimes, corporal punishment like canes in schools and things like some countries use, and we certainly don't in Australia, and issues around, say, same-sex marriage. Now, one last thing I want to mention here, guys. 3 of our wonderful students from the current Year 10 Commerce class put together a website to help Year 8 kids learn a bit more about commerce, see if they're interested in the actual subject. So as you can see, the URL's down here, and it is cvhscommerce.weebly.com. Again, cvhscommerce.weebly.com. So I suggest to type that in, have a look at it, and it'll give you some more information about the actual subject. I'll just pop there for a second and show you where to find it and what it's about a little bit. Bear with me. And I think that's the one. Yep. Okay. So this is the main page that we've got here, which is loading up. So this is YP Commerce, what it's about, how it's going to help you. And if you scroll down, you can see all the different topics that I've mentioned before, such as consumer and financial decisions. You can click on it. Clearly, they're a fan of The Simpsons, as we all are. And it just tells you again what this topic's about. And there's various YouTubes to explain a little bit more about the topic. I'll just click one more. So, employment and work futures, another topic of commerce. You can click on that. And tells you a little bit about what it's about, what we've done, and again, a video from YouTube to explain a little bit more of those things that's there. All right, guys, again, if you've got any questions or anything that you want to ask about commerce, feel free to come and see any of the teachers in social science. Your parents are welcome to give the school a call, ask to speak to myself, and I can explain more about it. Thank you for listening. See you guys.